Welcome everyone to the Power in Your Voice podcast. I am your host, Linda, where we'll be talking about life experience and how it's meant to keep you moving. Often we get up and we mask our hurt and our pain. Yes, that's what I said, life experience. We all have them. So we're going to learn here to deal with our issues and achieve goals because every power has a story. Welcome back to the Power in Your Voice, family. It is my pleasure to be with you this Saturday morning. I want you to remember this is my last episode because I'm getting ready to go into my next phase. So I want you to know I greatly appreciate all of my listeners, all of the ones that subscribe, all of the ones that shared this podcast. I am so grateful to you. Thank you so much. So please make sure that you stay on the lookout of what I'm getting ready to do because there will be greater conversations in the future. So again, I want to thank you so much. Today, we're going to be talking about having a winner's mindset. Jalen, you have to say hi to the podcast.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, Jalen, we are on our last episode. What do you think about that?
Man, to think back over all these months, we started back in January and it's May and we are coming to the close of season 1 and I think we have had some great conversations and we've had some even greater feedback and it's just been an honor to be a part of this podcast with you.
Thank you so much, Jalen. Everybody loves when I have Jalen. Let's get into having a winner's mindset. Let's talk about that. Jalen, give me the definition of talking about this hope that we need to have. Because you got to have hope even in having a winner's mindset.
Absolutely. So when we looked it up, when we were having our discussion earlier, we found that hope is an optimistic state of mind that is based on an expectation of positive outcomes with respect to events and circumstances in one's life or the world at large. As a verb, its definitions include expect with confidence and to cherish a desire with anticipation.
Wow. So you have to have hope. And if you have hope, then you can get a positive outcome. Is that what you're telling me, Jalen?
That is exactly what I'm saying.
Yes. So let's talk about this having a winner's mindset. When we start talking about winning, so many times we think winning is you have to beat someone. You have to be better than someone. Well, I'm not quite talking about that type of winning. I'm talking about when you have a winner's mindset, so many times you don't even realize that you've already are in a winning place. You have great advice. You give good wisdom. People's come and ask you about different things and they're looking for your advice in that. Come on, Jalen, talk to me about that with a winner's mindset.
So when I think about having a winner's mindset, for some reason, my mind takes me back to that big fight between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. I think that's his name. And I remember Floyd Mayweather, he was getting ready for the fight, and they had put some clips out of him doing his training. I remember he was hitting those logs. He was splitting the logs with the axes, and he was really just preparing because he knew he had a fight ahead. And y'all, that's what we have to do when we go to bed at night and we wake up in the mornings. We have to train our mind. We have to prepare because we don't know what to expect when that day comes. We don't know what fight we're going to have to go through. So we need to always be ready and training our minds and gearing our mind to be ready at all times for what life is going to throw at us for that day. Because these 24 hours, y'all, they could throw a lot of twists and turns at us. And if
Yes.
your mind is not ready, if you're already in a negative mindset, the outcome of that situation is going to end up worse than if you had already prepared your mind.
I like that, Jalen. You said a lot of powerful things. You talked about how we have to prepare that mindset. I know before I go to bed at night, this is what I do. I make sure I read the Word of God. Why? Because I need to keep powerful things in my mind. If I have a dream,
Right.
I know that I have set my mind to be able to beat whatever comes my way. And the Word of God has been a powerful tool to me, like putting on the whole armor of God. Now, that's a winning mindset. Because if I don't put on something, when the enemy comes at me, guess what? I'm not ready. And Jalen, you brought up some amazing, powerful fighters. And both of them was great at what they did. But that mindset had to be like, I'm gonna win this fight. I'm going to prepare myself. You don't just get in the ring, you have to prepare. And that's why I brought out Ephesians 6 and 10. Apostle Paul says, finally, my brother, what do? You put on the whole armor of God. Why? Because there will always be obstacles. There will always be situations that will come and battle you, that will try to make sure that you stop winning. You stop having the mindset of winning. What do you have to say about that, Jalen?
So I just think that if you go into the ring or if you go out in life and you haven't prepared, you're already ready to lose because you haven't built up and you have not prepared yourself. So you're saying whatever life has to offer at me today, I'm ready to take the punches because I'm not going to prepare myself.
Wow, that's great. So, with that being said, Jalen, we cannot let what we feel stop us from the promises of God. Let me try that one again. You cannot let what you feel stop you from the promises of God. So, Jalen, that makes one point. We have to keep our mind exercised. How do you think we need to exercise our mind? You just talked about going into that ring, and you got to make sure that you're prepared. Tell me something about that.
You have to do positive affirmations. And I was just reading in Proverbs where it said, life and death is in the power of the tongue. And y'all, that really just changed my whole mindset because whatever you speak is what you're going to reap. So if I speak positive things to myself about my life and about myself, that's what I'm going to reap. But the same thing goes in hand when you speak something negative, that's what you're going to reap. So if you wake up and say, I'm going to have a great day today, I don't care what comes up, you make sure you have that great day. But if you wake up, you woke up on the wrong side of the bed and you just feeling negative, your whole day is going to be like that. So when you first wake up in the morning and you say your prayers, you set your day for the day that you're expecting to have.
Wow, that goes back to that hope, Jalen, that you talked about earlier. You got to have these great expectations. You got to exercise your mind. You have to. Whatever you're going to be, I am a great speaker. You were talking about the affirmation. I am a great writer. I am a great beautician. I am. You got to put the I am there. And you have to speak these things into the atmosphere. So the next thing that I would like to do, guess what? You got to walk in the full knowledge, knowing that you are a winner. You got to know this. You got to know this, even when you feel defeated. But I love the songwriter said, you're never defeated.
That's right.
You are never defeated. So you have to always have hope. Always have that hope.
Yeah.
You have to have a feeling of expectation. You got to have good advice. You have to know that, hey, certain things is going to happen no matter what. But
Right.
no matter what happens, I'm still a winner. So,
Right.
did you know that God created you to win?
That's true.
He created you to win. So you have to know that even when hard things happen, know how to stand under pressure. What do you
Right.
what do you say about standing under pressure, Jalen, as we getting ready to come to a close?
Man, when you're in pressure, it gets hard. You don't know how much weight you can actually bear. When you're under that pressure and you feel like you're gonna crack. But if you train your mind, it's all in the mind. A lot of times when you're working out, they say it's 5% body, 95% mind.
I like that.
So you have to train up your mind to be ready to take that pressure, because once they get into your mind, then they got your body too easy. But once they get it, so you have to make sure your mind is well guarded and well prepared to take on whatever it is that is coming your way.
I like that, Jalen. That mind. You talked about, being in the gym. I know sometimes you think you have gone the last mile. You think you cannot push anymore. But you notice that coach or that instructor is saying, come on, you only just got a little bit to go. Come on, come on, come on.
Mm-hmm.
That means that somebody is saying, you can handle this pressure. Don't stop here. And what they are doing is they are keeping you motivated. Oh my God, y'all. As always, the time runs out. I am over my time. It has been an amazing season with you. Don't stop looking for me. Don't stop looking for the Power in Your Voice podcast, because we are coming back even stronger than where we were from the beginning. I thank you again for all of you subscribing to us. I thank you for allowing us to speak into your life and to motivate you and to make you even have conversation. If you have missed any of these podcasts, you can always go back and look for Power in Your Voice. Listen, go back and review and listen to the ones that I have put out there. And go, as you revisit them, you're going to get new ideas. You're going to get new expectations. Y'all, Jayla, tell my podcast for this season, what you got to say, your last words for them in this season.
Y'all, it's been an honor. And when you miss hearing our voice, just go back and listen to those old podcasts. I'm looking forward to hearing from you in the future. And y'all be blessed on our time off.
I love it. Thank you so much, Jalen, for always being with your granny. This is my oldest granddaughter who has just completed her bachelor's degree. She has so many great things in her future. So keep listening for that voice. Keep listening to the Power in Your Voice. Y'all, every story has a power to it. Every story has something to say to someone. So don't you stop. Don't you stop listening. Don't you stop doing. Stay motivated and stay knowing and having that winner's mindset. God bless you all. Until I come back again, peace out. It has been my pleasure. God bless all of you. I would like to thank you for tuning in to this podcast today. Remember, if your situation is not challenged, it cannot change. If this conversation has been a blessing to you, hit me up on my social media in the link below. I would love to hear from you. Also, take a second to share this podcast with your family, your friends, your neighbors, your associates. Everybody is welcome to the Power in Your Voice family.